Hello coin enthusiasts. While most collectors chase Morgan dollars or walking Liberty halves, there's gold in them, are Roosevelt dimes. I'm talking about three seemingly ordinary dimes from the 1990s and early 2000s that command eye-watering prices that would shock even seasoned numismatists. These aren't your grandfather's rare coins, they're modern treasures that illustrate how even contemporary minting can produce extraordinary collectibles worth thousands. So check those coin jars and piggy banks, because we're starting with the legendary 2004 Roosevelt dime that has the coin collecting world absolutely buzzing. The 2004 Roosevelt dime doesn't look special at first glance. It features the familiar profile of Franklin D. Roosevelt that's graced our 10-cent piece since 1946. The reverse shows the traditional torch, olive branch, and oak branch design. But appearances can be deceiving, and what makes this particular dime extraordinary requires understanding both its historical context and the minting anomalies that created one of the most valuable modern coins in American numismatics. Let's travel back to 2004. The United States Mint was operating at full capacity, producing billions of coins for circulation across three facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Roosevelt dime had been in continuous production for nearly 60 years at this point, with very few changes to its design. The stability of this coin made it particularly notable when errors occurred. And in 2004, a perfect storm of circumstances created what collectors now call the 2004 Special Mint Set Dime, or simply the 2004 SMS Roosevelt Dime. The story begins with the Mint Special Collector sets for that year. In addition to the standard proof sets and uncirculated sets, the Mint produced a limited number of special Mint set coins with distinctive finishes. These SMS coins featured a satin finish that differed from both the mirror-like surface of proof coins and the standard luster of business strike coins meant for circulation. What makes the 2004 SMS Roosevelt dime so remarkable is its extreme rarity. Only about a dozen authentic specimens are known to exist. These rare dimes were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, but unlike regular Philadelphia dimes, they lack the P Mint mark. This absence wasn't an error but rather a deliberate choice for these special coins. But how did these ultra-rare specimens reach the public? Numismatic experts believe most came from a small number of unissued special mint sets that somehow escaped the mint through unofficial channels. Some may have been examples retained for archival purposes that later found their way to private collections. The key identifying features that distinguish the 2004 SMS Roosevelt dime make authentication crucial. First, look for the distinct satin finish. Unlike the mirrored fields of proof coins or the standard luster of circulation coins, these have a uniform, almost frosted appearance across both the devices, raised elements, and fields, flat areas. Second, the strike quality is exceptional, with sharp, well-defined details on Roosevelt's hair and the torch flames. Third, the edge should show a specialized treatment different from regular circulation dimes. And fourth, as mentioned, there's no mint mark below Roosevelt's bust where you'd normally find the P for Philadelphia. The current market value of the 2004 SMS Roosevelt dime will take your breath away. In 2022, a specimen graded SP68, Special Strike, by PCGS sold at auction for an astounding $456,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, nearly $500,000 for a modern dime minted in most of our lifetimes. Even examples in lower grades have sold for well over $100,000. This places the 2004 SMS dime among the most valuable modern U.S. coins ever produced, rivaling coins with centuries of history. What makes the story even more intriguing is that these coins could theoretically still be discovered in circulation. While highly unlikely, the possibility exists that an unsuspecting individual might receive one of these rare treasures as change. More realistically, they might be hiding in collection albums or dealer inventory where their special characteristics haven't been recognized. The condition of these dimes dramatically affects their value, perhaps more than any other modern rarity. Because of their special finish, even minor handling marks or fingerprints can significantly reduce their grade and value. A specimen graded SP67 might be worth $250,000, while one graded just 2 points lower at SP65 might fetch only $100,000. This extreme sensitivity to condition makes professional authentication and grading absolutely essential. One fascinating aspect of the 2004 SMS dime is how it challenges our understanding of what makes a coin valuable. Traditionally, coin collectors focused on age, with ancient coins or early American issues commanding the highest prices. But the 2004 SMS dime demonstrates that rarity, regardless of age, can be the most crucial factor in determining value. This modern rarity now trades for more than many gold rush-era double eagles or colonial copper pieces with centuries of history behind them. The discovery of the 2004 SMS dime created ripples through the numismatic community reminiscent of the famous 1913 Liberty Head nickel story. Both coins were produced under mysterious circumstances, both exist in extraordinarily low numbers, and both commanded prices that seemed impossible for their denominations. The 1913 Liberty nickel was unknown to collectors until 1920, when examples began appearing despite the fact that they shouldn't exist. Similarly, the numismatic community was blindsided by the appearance of the 2004 SMS dimes on the market. There's also an element of intrigue surrounding these coins. The precise circumstances of their production and release remain somewhat mysterious. The U.S. Mint has never officially acknowledged their special status or explained how these coins made their way into private hands. This air of mystery only enhances their allure among collectors. For the average person, the 2004 SMS dime represents the numismatic equivalent of a lottery ticket. The odds of finding one are infinitesimal, but the payoff would be life-changing. This creates a certain democratization of coin collecting. You don't need to be wealthy to search for one, just knowledgeable and observant. Every time someone receives change that includes a 2004 dime, there's that fleeting moment of possibility before closer inspection reveals an ordinary circulation strike. Authentication is critical with coins of this value and rarity. The market has seen numerous attempted counterfeits and altered coins trying to capitalize on the extraordinary prices these dimes command. Professional grading services like PCGS and NGC have developed sophisticated methods to distinguish the genuine articles from frauds. They examine microscopic die markers, the specific characteristics of the satin finish, weight, metal composition, and other technical details that would be nearly impossible for counterfeiters to reproduce perfectly. The emergence of the 2004 SMS Roosevelt Dime has had a broader impact on modern coin collecting. It's prompted more collectors to pay attention to current mint products and modern circulating coins, looking for the next great rarity. This heightened scrutiny benefits the hobby as a whole, bringing new enthusiasm and fresh perspectives to numismatics. It's also led to greater transparency from the mint regarding their special products and minting procedures. For investment-minded collectors, the 2004 SMS dime represents both opportunity and caution. Its meteoric rise in value demonstrates the potential return on rare modern issues, but its unique circumstances make it difficult to predict which current coins might follow a similar trajectory. The lesson seems to be that knowledge, rather than just capital, is the most valuable asset in coin collecting. The collectors who first recognized these dimes' significance and acquired them early realized returns that would make Wall Street envious. Now let's shift our attention to another modern rarity that proves lightning can strike twice when it comes to Roosevelt dimes. The 1991 no-S-proof Roosevelt dime stands as one of the most significant modern mint errors and a cornerstone of contemporary numismatics. The story of the 1991 no-S-proof dime begins at the San Francisco Mint, where proof coins for collectors have been struck since 1968. Proof coins are special specimens with mirror-like fields and frosted devices, struck multiple times to bring out every detail of the design. They're produced exclusively for collectors and never intended for circulation. Since moving proof production to San Francisco, these special coins have carried the S mint mark to designate their origin. But in 1991, something extraordinary happened. During production of that year's proof sets, the annual collector offerings containing one of each denomination with special finishes, a small number of dimes were struck without the crucial S mint mark. In the world of mint errors, this is what collectors call a missing mint mark variety, and it's among the most prized. How could such a mistake happen at a facility known for meticulous quality control? The answer lies in the die preparation process. Before 1985, mint marks were punched into working dies individually. But after that, the mint mark became part of the master hub from which working dies were created. For the 1991 No-S dime to exist, either a working die was prepared from an incomplete master die, or more likely, a proof die intended for Philadelphia circulation strikes, which carried no mint mark at that time, was accidentally transferred to San Francisco and used in proof production. Whatever the cause, the result was a numismatic sensation. Unlike some mint errors that might exist in the thousands or even millions, the 1991 No-S proof dime is exceedingly rare. Current estimates suggest that fewer than 400 examples exist, all from proof sets distributed to collectors who were sharp-eyed enough to notice the missing mint mark. Identifying a genuine 1991 No-S proof dime requires careful observation. First and foremost, look for the obvious, the absence of the S mint mark below Roosevelt's bust. But that alone isn't sufficient for authentication, as ordinary Philadelphia minted circulation strikes also lack a mint mark. The critical distinction is the proof finish, brilliant, mirror-like fields contrasting with frosted raised elements. The strike quality should be exceptional, with sharp definition to Roosevelt's hair and facial features. The edge should be smooth and the reading, the ridges around the coin circumference, perfectly formed. Because these coins only came from proof sets, they should show no signs of circulation wear. The market value of the 1991 No-S proof Roosevelt dime has seen remarkable growth over the decades. When first discovered, these coins sold for several $100s, already impressive for a 10-cent piece minted in the 1990s. By the early 2000s, prices had climbed into the thousands. Today, a certified example in proof 69 deep cameo condition, nearly perfect, routinely commands $20,000 to $25,000 at auction. Perfect proof 70 specimens, of which only a handful exist, have realized over $30,000. Even specimens with minor imperfections that grade proof 65 or 66 sell for $12,000 to $15,000, demonstrating the tremendous demand for this modern rarity regardless of condition variations. What makes this particularly fascinating is the coin's backstory and discovery. The 1991 No-S dimes weren't found in circulation or discovered decades after minting, they were identified almost immediately upon release of that year's proof sets. The numismatic community was already sensitized to No-S errors because similar mistakes had occurred with 1968, 1970, 1975, and 1983 proof coins of various denominations. Collectors examining their new 1991 proof sets quickly spotted the missing mint mark, and news spread rapidly through hobby publications and dealer networks. The U.S. Mint never officially acknowledged the error or provided a final count of affected proof sets. This institutional silence has only enhanced the coin's mystique. We know that approximately 1 million proof sets were produced in 1991, but the No-S dime appears in fewer than 0.04% of them. The mint likely caught most examples during quality control, but enough escaped to create one of the most coveted modern rarities. There's a particularly interesting aspect to the 1991 No-S dime that sets it apart from many other valuable coins: its democratized discovery. Unlike ancient coins unearthed in archaeological digs or colonial rarities found in estate sales, these valuable dimes were distributed directly to ordinary collectors who had simply ordered a standard product from the U.S. Mint. The initial cost of a 1991 proof set was just $11. Those lucky enough to receive sets containing the No-S dime saw a return on investment that would make Wall Street envious, more than 2,000 times their money in just a few decades. The saga of the 1991 No-S dime continues to influence modern coin collecting. Its existence has prompted generations of collectors to examine their proof sets more carefully, hoping to discover previously unnoticed varieties or errors. It's also affected how the mint approaches quality control and die preparation, with additional safeguards implemented to prevent similar mistakes. For collectors, the 1991 No-S proof dime represents both opportunity and challenge. The opportunity lies in the coin's established rarity and growing value. It has consistently appreciated faster than inflation and many traditional investments. The challenge comes in authentication, as the high value has inevitably attracted counterfeiters. Some attempt to remove the S mint mark from regular proof dimes, while others try to give circulation strikes a proof-like appearance. This makes third-party certification essential, with PCGS, NGC, and other major grading services employing sophisticated methods to detect alterations and authenticate genuine specimens. The condition spectrum for the 1991 No-S dime is narrower than for many other valuable coins since they were never circulated. However, even within the proof grade range, typically proof 60 to proof 70, small differences in quality translate to substantial price variations. A single point difference, say, between proof 68 and proof 69, might represent $5,000 or more in market value. Features like cameo contrast, the distinction between frosted devices and mirrored fields, also significantly influence prices, with deep cameo or ultra cameo designations commanding substantial premiums. There's also a human element to the 1991 No-S dime story that resonates with collectors. When these coins were discovered, the mint was still accepting orders for proof sets. Word spread quickly among collectors, leading to a surge in orders from people hoping to strike it rich with an error coin. This created a brief frenzy not unlike a gold rush, with some collectors ordering multiple sets to improve their chances. Most were disappointed, but a fortunate few received the valuable error, creating numismatic legends overnight. For perspective on the 1991 No-S dime significance, consider that it now trades for more than many gold coins containing hundreds of dollars worth of precious metal. It's more valuable than most 19th-century silver dollars and trades for prices comparable to some early American copper coins from the 1790s. All this for a modern coin made of base metals worth less than 3 cents. This illustrates a fundamental truth in numismatics: rarity and collector demand, not intrinsic metal value, are the primary drivers of a coin's market price. The legacy of the 1991 No-S proof Roosevelt dime extends beyond its own considerable value. It's part of a small family of No-S proof errors that represent some of the most prized modern U.S. coins. Collectors who pursue these related issues, like the 1968 No-S dime, 1970 No-S dime, 1975 No-S dime, and 1983 No-S dime, often see the 1991 as the capstone to their collection. Together, these coins tell a fascinating story about the evolution of minting processes and quality control at the United States Mint during the second half of the 20th century. Finally, let's complete our trio of extraordinary dimes with the 1990 No-S proof Roosevelt dime, a coin that was actually discovered before its 1991 counterpart and is even rarer and more valuable. The 1990 No-S proof Roosevelt dime emerged under similar circumstances to the 1991 version we just discussed. During proof set production at the San Francisco Mint, a small number of dimes were struck without the customary S mint mark. However, what makes the 1990 No-S dime particularly remarkable is its extreme rarity. While the 1991 No-S dime exists in quantities estimated around 400 examples, the 1990 No-S is exponentially rarer, with confirmed examples numbering fewer than 20 coins. Yes, you heard that correctly, fewer than 20 known specimens in the entire world. The historical context surrounding this coin adds fascinating layers to its story. The early 1990s represented a transitional period for the U.S. Mint. Computer-aided design was beginning to replace traditional hand-sculpting methods, modern quality control systems were being implemented, and the mint was experiencing surging demand for its collector products. Amid these changes, somehow a proof die lacking the crucial S mint mark made it onto the production floor and was used to strike a tiny number of dimes before the error was detected. Unlike some mint errors that might result from die deterioration or damage during production, the no-S proof dimes resulted from an error in the die preparation process. Normally, master dies for San Francisco proof coins would include the S mint mark as part of their design. For these error coins to exist, either the mint mark was omitted from the master die, or more likely, a die intended for Philadelphia production, which required no mint mark at that time, was mistakenly transferred to San Francisco and used for proof striking. Identifying a genuine 1990 no-S proof dime requires expert knowledge. As with the 1991 version, the obvious feature is the absence of the S mint mark below Roosevelt's bust. But authentication goes far beyond this simple observation. The coin must display the distinctive proof finish, mirror-like fields with frosted raised elements creating a cameo effect. The strike quality should be exceptional, with every detail of Roosevelt's portrait and the reverse design elements sharply defined. The edge reading should be perfectly formed, and the overall appearance should be pristine, as these coins were never intended for circulation. The market value of the 1990 no-S proof Roosevelt dime is nothing short of astounding. In 2019, a specimen-graded proof 70 deep cameo by PCGS, representing absolute perfection, sold for an incredible $168,000 at auction. Even examples in slightly lower grades command six-figure sums, with proof 69 specimens selling for $100,000 to $125,000. When you consider that the face value of this coin is merely 10 cents, and it was produced within many of our lifetimes, the price appreciation is truly remarkable, representing a return of over 1 million times face value. The discovery story of the 1990 no-S dime reads like numismatic detective fiction. The first examples were found by ordinary collectors who had purchased proof sets directly from the U.S. Mint for about $11. Imagine their surprise when, upon examining their sets, they discovered a dime lacking the expected S mint mark. As word spread through collector publications and dealer networks, others began scrutinizing their proof sets more carefully. However, unlike the 1991 no-S dime that would follow, the 1990 version had an extremely limited distribution. Most collectors found nothing unusual in their sets, and to this day, new discoveries remain extremely rare. What makes this coin particularly intriguing is that the U.S. Mint never officially acknowledged the error or provided information about how many might exist. This institutional silence has only enhanced the coin's mystique. Based on the small number that have surfaced in the 3 decades since their minting, numismatic experts believe the error was caught very early in the production process, with perhaps only a few dozen error coins making it into distributed proof sets. The extreme rarity of the 1990 no-S dime has made it a cornerstone of modern numismatics. For collectors specializing in Roosevelt dimes or mint errors, it represents the ultimate prize, a coin so rare that many advanced collectors will never have the opportunity to own one. It's frequently listed among the 100 greatest U.S. modern coins, and has been featured in numerous publications and museum exhibitions focusing on American numismatic treasures. The condition spectrum for the 1990 no-S dime is extremely narrow. Since these coins were only distributed in proof sets and were never circulated, all known examples grade within the proof range, proof 60 to proof 70. However, even within this limited range, small differences in quality translate to enormous price variations. The difference between a proof 68 and proof 69 specimen might represent $20,000 or more in market value. The cameo contrast, the distinction between the frosted devices and mirrored fields, also significantly influences prices, with deep cameo or ultra cameo designations commanding substantial premiums. Authentication is absolutely critical with coins of this value. The financial incentive to create counterfeits is enormous, and sophisticated attempts have been made to remove mint marks from regular proof dimes or to give ordinary circulation strikes a proof-like appearance. This makes third-party certification essential. The major grading services like PCGS and NGC employ a variety of techniques to verify authenticity, including microscopic dye marker analysis, precisely measuring weight and dimensions, and comparing each submission to known genuine examples. An interesting aspect of the 1990 No-S dime is how it connects to broader numismatic history. It's part of a small family of No-S proof errors that began with the 1968 No-S dime and includes the 1970, 1975, 1983, and 1991 examples. Together, these coins document an evolving story of mint production processes and quality control procedures across multiple decades. The 1990 No-S stands as the rarest member of this exclusive family, making it particularly desirable to collectors attempting to assemble complete sets of these modern rarities. For investment-minded collectors, the 1990 No-S dime represents both opportunity and caution. Its track record of appreciation is undeniable, from essentially $11, the cost of a proof set in 1990, to six figures today. Few investments in any asset class have matched this growth trajectory. However, its extreme rarity also creates liquidity challenges. With fewer than 20 known examples, opportunities to purchase one come very infrequently, and owners tend to hold these treasures rather than regularly trading them. This can make it difficult to establish precise market values and may result in significant price volatility when examples do appear at auction. The human element of the 1990 No-S dime story is particularly compelling. The vast majority were discovered by ordinary collectors who had simply ordered a standard product from the U.S. Mint. These individuals experienced a numismatic lottery win of sorts, receiving a coin that would eventually be worth more than many homes. Their stories of discovery, often shared in hobby publications and at numismatic conventions, have become part of coin collecting folklore, inspiring generations of collectors to examine their own holdings more carefully. Keep your eyes open, stay curious, and happy collecting. If you enjoyed this deep dive into modern rarities, let me know in the comments which other modern coins you'd like me to explore in future videos. Until next time, this is Coin Enthusiast signing off.